I feel like she's with me all the time. You know, sometimes I just sit and talk to her and I could hear exactly what she's gonna say back. She's somebody in my family that was like my best friend. 7.5 years. We're going on year 8 and still no justice yet.
In 2017, Angie Turlew was brutally killed. An autopsy report says she was stabbed 21 times, and court records say her 5-year-old son witnessed the death.
It was something that we never dreamed would happen to us, you know, the brutality in it, putting her in a garbage can.
I was the one that had to inform my family that she passed away, and I've never seen my dad cry before, and he broke down and just totally lost it.
Police arrested her boyfriend Daniel Winkler and later charged him with murder. Police aren't looking for other suspects, but Winkler has yet to stand trial nearly 8 years later. His case is an outlier even in a legal system that is backlogged with years-old criminal cases.
I feel like every day I wake up and I'm expecting to hear news that something else has delayed. You know, like a stab in the back every time something like that happens.
When I saw her casket going in the ground, I made a promise to her that I wasn't going to stop until something happens and we get justice for her. You know, because the way that she was taken from us was so wrong.
I mean, from looking on the outside, she had a great life. They lived in a cute little house with a white picket fence. She finally was able to have children after many, many years of trying. They were miracles, you know, both of them to her, and she was so proud of them. Every 4th of July, they do fireworks on the water. We sat right across the street with all the kids on a blanket with Angie. It's these kind of memories that make you smile. You're so grateful when something like this happens that you have those moments to look back on.
There have been more than 90 court hearings and 3 different jury trial dates, each one delayed.
People have to keep in mind this is not the typical case. You start off with the fact that COVID delayed the trial. Initially, the defendant was found incompetent. That's different from the insanity defense. Basically, whether the person can understand the nature of the proceedings against them and can assist counsel. What happens then is there's an effort on the part of the state to try to bring the person to competency. But those proceedings take a while, and then of course the period of time that it takes somebody to be treated sufficiently so the person gains competency can take a while. We need to be sympathetic to families, but we need to be sure in our society where we place the burden on the state to prove guilt, we need to be sure that there is a fair trial.
We're trying to figure out, you know, who's going to take in the kids.
My parents have been their guardians for this entire time. However, they're not able to adopt because he still has parental rights. And so that to me is just another slap in the face. That makes it really tough, you know, to see that drawn out for such a long time.
To lose your mom, the one that was taking care of you and being there with you every day, making cupcakes and taking you to practice and t-ball practice every day, nobody can ever replace that. We're trying as hard as we can to be there for them and do as much for them as we can, but we're never going to be Angie. We're never going to be able to fill that void that they're missing.
I would give anything to turn back time and have her back.
What would it mean to see the jury read a guilty verdict?
Just a relief of safety, I think, a feeling of safety finally, and that we can move forward.